go. Let's go.
Little
Good
wonky.
morning, everybody. Welcome to the Loan Officer Breakfast Club, brought to you by the Mortgage Marketing Animals, every Monday through Friday for your
Who did
free
you see
coaching
come in
pleasure.
first? I saw James Yarrington.
What'd you see?
Who did you
Who
see
came
first?
in first? Like it's funny. Your screen starts going.
You always have one person that pops up first, though.
Yeah.
Who
Y'all
popped up
notice?
first?
For me, it was James Yarrington. What's up, James? First
yeah.
friendly face I saw.
Well, he's the first one on my screen, too.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then,
Go
of course,
ahead. Intro. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I just.
it's all right. It's all good, man. And he's followed up strong by Nick Nicholas.
Yep.
Mine, mine was
Okay, Kristen
Debbie
Smith
Beasock.
behind that.
Debbie Beasock. Boom, there she is.
Wow, looks like we're seeing
On
all
it.
the same stuff.
Yeah.
Game on.
Scary stuff.
Justin.
What you drinking, Chris? What are you drinking in the morning, Chris?
Coffee?
Okay, coffee. Okay. What kind?
Today, but
What kind?
Straight black.
Well, but where from? Like Folgers?
Costa Rica.
What is it?
Costa Rica.
MJB?
Okay.
What is it?
Okay.
What is it?
You know Carl has a coffee farm, right?
I do.
know
No.
that.
Wait, see.
A coffee.
Plantation.
I'm sorry. You don't have the farm. You have the production
Plantation.
facility. Yeah.
Plantation.
Plantation. There you go.
Plantation. You don't have coffee farms. You have watermelon farms.
Oh.
You have coffee plantations.
Oh.
Very
wow.
good.
All kidding aside,
Boone's Farms.
all kidding aside, Chris, I'll send you some. All kidding aside, it's really, really, really good.
Yeah.
And it's grown on our trees, and it's processed. It's debeaned. Because they take the cherry off, and what you cook is the bean. It's debeaned in house, and we now roast it in house.
Wow.
And
So, Carl,
all-
I really should go there to really experience we should meet there, and we should probably just have coffee
Take a
there.
trip.
well,
Yeah.
the issue is it's just outside of Cartagena, and about an hour and a half, and we might not get past the Cartagena part. It's there's a lot of debauchery available there, so who knows? So, but actually, it's and I'm just making fun here, but it's actually really, really good stuff, and and just for fulfillment here, it's a I want to call it a charity, but it's a goodwill to a community.
It's more like a ministry. Is
It's
probably how you would say it.
that's exactly what it is. We charge 10% to process everybody else's beans of what the other processors do, and and there's a church right next door, so it's kind of hey, while we're processing your beans practically for free, you can go in here and have some coffee and lunch, and so it's kind of
Praise
like
the Lord. Yeah.
it's kind of like a soup kitchen of sorts, I guess. Kind of ish thing. So anyway, so
That's awesome, Carl.
yeah.
Neat stuff.
How kids? We would have you been to Ecuador, Chris?
No, never been to Ecuador, but I want
Ecuador's-
to go.
Ecuador. When I thought of Ecuador, you think it's on the equator, it's a desert, it's hot, there's nothing grows there. Totally not the case.
Yeah.
It's stunningly beautiful. It's depending upon what altitude you're at. So the altitude we go to, it's 72 degrees year round.
Yep.
And daytime is always 12 hours, and nighttime is always 12 hours, and it's always 72 degrees, and it's just stunningly beautiful. It's,
Wow.
I bet it looks a lot like Costa Rica. It's like it's a rainforest, kind of thing. But anyway,
Beautiful.
it's
That's
a beautiful
awesome.
place. Beautiful place and beautiful people.
Yep.
Yeah. So
But Monday morning, going to be straight water, Carl, because during our last meeting of the year at Connection Incorporated, the team was making fun of me is really what was happening. And they were asking me about some of the wilder things that I've done, and they were making fun of me because we do the fasting thing. And so we've decided company-wide, we're going to do a company fast. So we're starting on like Thursday night, and everybody in the company that wants to join, we're having a fast. So it's like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then we're going to come back and have breakfast together on Monday morning. So Friday morning will be just water.
when does it start?
Thursday night. So we're going to have dinner on Thursday night, and then after that, we're fasting till Monday morning.
There you go. Wow.
Yeah. And so far, one team member has signed up. So
I'll sign up. I'll sign up. I'll do that.
really?
Yeah, I'll do that.
All right.
I'll
Sweet.
do that. So
And,
the only liquid is water.
Water. I don't know. I think we'll let coffee in. I think you
Yeah.
got to have
No.
one cup
I,
of coffee.
I was thinking more of like celery juice or something like that. But no. Yeah. Cool. I think it's good to cleanse the system every now and then.
That's
Oh, it
actually
really
very
is.
healthy.
Yeah.
It's crazy good to do that. In fact,
Yeah.
yeah, it's so funny. Me and my wife are fasting today.
Oh,
We
no
decided we
way.
were gonna
You know, it just
yeah.
gets all those barbiturates out of your system. You know.
Give you a chance to let you sober up a little
Yeah,
bit.
you know.
Yeah.
You know, I've always said if you and I probably said it here last couple of days because I've been hearing a lot of people talk about it. If you think you need to have a sober January, you might want to look at the other 11 months too.
Mhm.
You know, I'm just as a friend. I'm just saying it as
Indeed.
a friend.
No, indeed. Yeah, for sure. For sure.
So what are we doing today, Frank?
Well, gosh, we always start Breakfast Club with such interesting conversations. It's just fun to have these little chats before we pull the pin, as it
Yeah.
were. You know what I mean? And throw the grenade.
Incoming.
Yeah.
Shake those heads, see what falls out.
Yeah, but Carl, today we're lucky enough to have you go through something for us, and I want to make sure that we have ample time to do that. But before we do that, Kristen has graciously reminded me by throwing the flux capacitor
Go.
into the chat. It is Flux Capacitor Wednesday, the first one of the year, my friends. If you're not familiar with what we do every Wednesday, we evaluate what capacitance of the year is left. Yes, that's a real word. What capacitance of the year is left? In other words, how much time do we have left in the year to make sure we hit our goals and get the things we really, really want, Carl, which is what you're going to talk about today. So the flux capacitor is in the chat, my friends. We have 98% of the year left as of today. 98. So it's about 2% a week that dissolves, right? So we've got our first week out of the way in January, and so 98%. So plenty of capacity left in the year to meet our goals. Congrats. We've got no problem making things happen, I would say. Ample time. But this can do though, Carl?
Tell me.
You hear something like, okay, I got 98% of the year. It's like, I got time. You know what I mean? That's what can happen. You're like, well, there's so much time. I got time.
It's like my term paper, in sophomore English or freshman English. You got the whole time to do it. It's like, whatever. I'll write that 2,000 word thing later. And then 3 days before we go.
All of a sudden, yeah, it's like,
Yeah, man, 2,000 words is a lot.
Yeah.
It was
not
back
with chat anymore, but
it was back then.
Yeah, back then when you actually had to think through it, it's like, what?
Right.
Why did I wait? So
yeah, but same principle, right? That's a great analogy. It's like, okay, we got 98% of the year left, but we got to start hustling right now. Right now, right? How much better will it feel if when we've got 10% of the year left, it's like, well, I already met and beat what I wanted to do. Like I'm way ahead. So yeah, man. So 98% left, plenty of time to go.
I think
there's still a chance.
I think the secret to getting a lot of stuff done is to put it in weekly measurements.
Yeah.
Like what we do in the Freedom Club and the Alliance is every Friday we turn in a sheet. This is what I did today. And the advantage, or this week, and we got a blank, you fill in the blank. You don't have to think about it, it just fill in the blank. And you send it in, no judgment or anything, And when you fill that thing out, you're like, wow, I'm a little slow this month. And you look at your scorecard, you go, well, no wonder I'm kind of low on these numbers, but I got 3 more weeks that I can catch up. And so if you wait until if you're measuring yourself at the end of each month, it's
too
really
late.
hard to win.
It's too
hard
late
to win. Yeah,
every week is the right amount. It really.
Yeah, that's what we found. That's what we found, and measuring it on Friday afternoon.
Yep.
Yeah. Hey, Carl. So today is the business plan webinar, right? Let's get that into the chat real quick. There's still time to register for that. Yes.
Yeah. There's still time, and I think our evil scheme here is that when you exit out of there's a page that pops up, and I think it's the registration page. So,
out of Breakfast Club. Okay.
Yeah, but all kidding aside, when you go to that, make sure you get there on time because we're going to be building on. And if you show up 15 minutes late, you'll kind of be lost a little bit. Some of them you can kind of come in late and we chat a little bit, let everybody. On this one, we got a lot to do, so we're going to dive right into it. So make sure you show up. Even maybe I'm probably going to start it. Chris and I are doing it together. We're probably actually going to start it 5 minutes early or something like that, just to kind of let everybody get in.
Everybody get in.
Get their own time. It'll be a good use of your time. And for our members, I pre-recorded it. And so you can go watch it on the member site, just as an FYI.
If you're getting value from this already, go ahead and tap that like button. It helps more loan officers find content that actually makes a difference. And hey, if staying ahead of the market and learning what's really working in our industry matters to you, hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you don't miss another episode. We read every comment, so drop your thoughts down below. We'd love to hear from you and know what's working or what you'd like us to cover next. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you here next time. Oh, that's cool.
But yeah. So all right. So what we're going to talk about today, though, Frank.
Yes, Carl. Bring it.
So our topic today, our promised topic, is how to get what you really, really want without the stuff that you don't want. So it's a basic, and Steve knows this one.
How to yay without boo.
How to yay without boo. How does something that I want without the part of it. And before we do that, though, just in the chat real quick, I think it's also important I think we have to pat ourselves on the back a little bit here, especially at the first of the year. It's like, oh, I want to get this and I want to get that and I want to get that, which is a big deal. But I do think it's important. For me, I go sit over there at the bait shack. I got a little chair over there here on the property. And I just sit over there and go, all right. And this is just with me, nobody else. I'm not bragging to anybody or even spiking the balls. Like, well, here's a couple things I'm really proud of that I did in 2025. Like, don't beat yourself up so much.
Yeah.
And so just in the chat, what's a couple things, that, hey, by gosh, I got this. I might have done, I didn't do that, but I did this. Like, whatever that is. You bought a new house, you got a new car, you hired your first assistant, you got your broker license, like whatever that thing is. You saved some money, you got married, you got divorced. Like, what's one thing that you're really, really proud of, that you like, hey, I did this. So opened up a Roth IRA. Monica had a girl. I love Monica. She's just she's awesome. I opened up and funded a Roth IRA. Hey, so hey, Monica,
alcohol. Good job.
Yeah. Hey, Monica, just FYI, for one of my kids, when she was 2, I put $40,000 into an account, and we just checked. Didn't put another dime into it. Never touched it. Left it. Picked where I was going to put it. Left it there. Never touched it. When she was 2, and I just sent her the statements to it, and I think it was like $500,000 now.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nice.
And she's in her 30s. So she's got another, I did the math on it. When she's 58, it should be, not adding another dime, $2.7 million.
Wow.
$2.7 million. So good for you, Monica. Yeah,
That's
good for you.
amazing.
Hey,
Yeah. You know what you're doing, Monica?
Good one.
You know what you're doing, Monica, is you're teaching, in your case, you're teaching your daughter how to raise your grandchildren. That's what you're doing here. So good for you, my friend.
That's the hope.
Yeah. So got my MLO license. Christine got married. Bill, good for you, my man. Yeah. Good. No alcohol. Went to my first mastermind class, my first refinance. Awesome, Adam. Changed processors, survived medical issues. Nothing bigger than that. Nick Nicholas, of course, wins the prize, joined the alliance, So cool. That's good. All right. So now, anytime we're looking to get what we really, really want, the first thing we have to do is we have to get brutally clear. And this isn't as easy as you think. We have to get brutally clear on what you really, really want. Steve, I'll never forget this day. I know I bring up his name all the time. Such a good friend, Perry Belcher.
Yeah.
Him and I flew out to Austin, Texas. I'm meeting with him, and we're standing up, and he grabs me by my shoulders, like the grade school principals used to do, right?
Yeah, right.
He grabbed me by my shoulders, and he said, "Carl, what do you really, really want? What do you want?" And it was a reset for me. And I went, I always had these superficial answers, but I never had what I really, I knew what I was supposed to say, but I wasn't sure if I knew what I really wanted to say. And what I found is you can't build a business around like a vague wish. right? It's not going to happen. I promise you that. And most loan officers would say, hey, I want more loans or I want more referral partners. But what they really, really want is a predictable income. And actually, Jen, they don't even want a predictable income. They want what the predictable income provides. Like somebody says, "Hey, I don't want $100,000, or I don't want $250,000. I want that new Lamborghini." That's what I really want, right? I want more closings. I want more closings so that I can take the family to Disney World or whatever that thing is for you, or so that I can open up an IRA for my daughter and teach her how to raise my grandchildren, right? And so in the chat, it's all good. Like there's no right or wrong. What do you really, really want? So put that in the chat. And on a piece of paper, you might want to put step one, what I really, really want. And that's a no judgment thing, right? There's no right or wrong to it. Like whatever that thing is, it's what you want. It's not what Justin wants or Gina wants or Sandy wants. It's what you want. So what do you really, really want? And, I've seen things like, less drama in my life, fewer fire drills, work with nicer people, feeling like I'm in control instead of constantly being behind. What do you really, really, really want? I'll tell you a short little story here. I probably told this before. One clarifying day for me of what I would really, really want. I wanted a start and a stop time with my work. I tell you what happened. So, and I'm sure I've told this story, but somebody might be new here. It was one Saturday morning, and my daughter was sitting in the sitting having breakfast or something, and I just felt like going for a drive. We live as most of us do. We live in a beautiful area, and so I thought, let's jump in the car and go for a ride around the beach or something. I just felt like going for a car ride. So I asked my daughter. I said, "It's Saturday morning. Hey, you wanna go for a ride in the car for a little bit?" And she said, "Sure. What do you need to make some phone calls?" And she wasn't saying it snarkily. She was just saying, "Oh, well, of course." And when Dad gets in the car, he's always talking on the phone, so he must want to talk on the phone. Sure, I'll go hang out with Daddy while he makes phone calls. And she said, "What? Do you need to make some calls?" Oh, that just really hit me. And I went, "Never, ever again, ever will I ever talk on my phone when I have a family member in my car, ever." Now, honestly, Frank, if I saw you calling me, would I take that call real quick? Of course. But it wouldn't be a work call. You're like calling, "Hey, dude, I just bought a new motorcycle. Dude, tell me about it," right? Or if I see my mom or my dad or my brother or Chris or Steve or whatever, that was a defining moment for me. I went, all right, I'm going to show up at work at 9 o'clock, not before. And at 4:45, I start to wrap things up. And at 5 o'clock, I'm going home, which I've changed to 4:30 now. And I'm not going to work on Saturday, and I'm not going to work on Sunday, because what I really, really want is a relationship with my family above all else. And I thought, I don't care if we're sleeping in a tent, I'm going to have a relationship with my kids. And as it turned out, of course, I don't need to sleep in a tent to do that, but that's what I really, really wanted. And so on your what I really, really want, I really want X amount of dollars so that blank. I really want to work, X amount of hours and be off by this time, or I really, really want, to take, 3 1-week vacations this year, or whatever that thing is. But it's only once you're clear on that picture that it's actually possible, right? Because until you really know what you really, really want, it's like jumping in your car and you just randomly start driving. Who knows where you end up? You got to have a very clear, and I'm not just going to, I don't know, Kansas. I have to pick the city. And I don't just pick the city, I'm going to this address, because then you get to where you really, really want. So you have to be very, very specific. So everybody got step one. This is what I really, really want. Anything stand out, Kristen, in the chat?
It's interesting. There's a lot of people who have like a want for themselves, and there's also a lot of people who their want is for somebody else. And neither's wrong. I was just reading it. And I'm like, it's okay to have a want for yourself. It's also okay to have a want for your children or your grandchildren or your mom. So
Mm,
A lot of great, really great
yeah.
goals.
I'm just impressed that people are able to put something in the chat. That's a big question, and it's
It
it's
is
a
great.
it's a real thinker. Sometimes Carl, we just go through our career just going through it. Like you said, we're just driving aimlessly. We found this, the mortgage business somehow found us. We're in it, we're working it, but we've never really established what do I really, really want,
And we
And
might
I
say,
have a quick question about this too, Carl. So if somebody has something more broad, like financial freedom, do we need to drill down on that?
oh, absolutely.
Hmm.
Okay.
So and frankly, for the time we have here today, of course,
Yeah.
it's going to be hard to do that, and
Yeah.
those are fine answers.
Mhm.
But yeah, like somebody might say, hey, I want to be a steady 10 closings per month, or 20 closings per month, or five, or whatever that number is. It's like, no, you don't. You want the money that represents, and actually, you don't even want the money. You want what that money. Money is nothing but a tool. Like doesn't do anything. It's just in physics we call it has potential.
Mhm.
It has
Mm.
energy potential. It's not energy, it's energy potential.
Mm.
And so it's like you have to decide, like, what do I want the money for? And at Kristen's point, I need to know, all right, this thing that I want the money for, or these things that, how much is that? Because I
Mhm.
tell you, I've seen two mistakes. If you don't identify exactly how much money that thing costs that you're looking for, or that lifestyle that your cost looking for, which is likely to be less than what you think it is, by the way. um it's kind of like if you're building, like, you want to build a house. There's nothing worse than building a house, and you set aside whatever $300,000 to do it, and you're 80% done and you run out of money, and you're like, crap, I saved my $300,000 and I still don't have what I want. I didn't do enough, right? An equal mistake I see people make is they build a foundation for a hotel, and they're just building a little 3-2 house. So they did all this extra work and it wasn't even necessary. Like, just do the work for what you want. And so I think, like, to Kristen's point, drilling it down, what does this cost that I want?
So Paul has a good one that I think you can sink your teeth into, Carl. It says retire in 4 years.
Love that.
Very specific.
Love that. Love that. Love that. All right. So just for time here, and we're going to do more of this on the master class. You'll get the idea. This is kind of like for lack of better words, what do they call it in the industry? A teaser
Mhm.
of sorts. But all right, the other thing. So step one, identify what you really, really want. And I'd recommend, like in my case, I go out there by the bait shack and I sit out there for about 30 minutes every morning. And I ponder something like this, and go out there, and I don't take my phone, or I don't take my laptop or anything like that. I take a yellow pad, so a little yellow pad with a little clipboard, and I just write stuff down. I find that, I don't know, something about pen and paper and writing stuff down, just, I don't know, it's magical. So all right, step two. Remember, this is, how do I get what I really, really want without what I don't want? And so step two of the three-step process here to get what you really, really want without what you don't want. We've identified what you want. Now you have to identify what you don't want, right? And so decide what you're no longer willing to do. And I'm gonna tell you right now, and this is the big thing of this one. You don't get the life you want by adding. You get it by subtracting.
Mm.
I'm just telling you, that's the name of the game. And Chris, when I think of this one, I think of you, brother.
Really?
So Chris is a really humble guy. Like, he's a very, very, very humble guy. He's very successful. He lives, and again, he's very humble and probably doesn't like me saying this. He lives an amazing life. He travels all over the globe, literally, takes his kids. They lived on the Canary Islands for like 3 months or something like that. I mean, and they do it. They're not staying in a tent unless they want to that week, but he does it really good. And Chris, to me, in talking, you're like one of the happiest people that I know. And it's not because you have all this stuff, it's because you got rid of all the clutter that you're able to live this amazing life. And so, yeah, when I think about clearing the clutter, you're my role model on this. When I think of integrity, just not that you don't, Chris, but I think of my brother Steve. When I think of simplification and getting rid of all the crap, not living a minimalistic life, but just getting the stuff that doesn't matter off my plate.
Mhm.
And so you don't get the life you want by adding, you get it by subtracting.
Yeah.
And so in the chat, I want you to write, like, here's the things that I don't want. Like, in pursuing this thing that I want, what I'm not willing to do is blank. And it might be what I'm not gonna do anymore is saying yes to every uh, drama file and toxic agent, or what I'm not gonna do is live in my inbox instead of living on my calendar. That's another one I got from Steve.
Mm.
Like, learning to live on the calendar is a freeing experience. If it's not on my calendar, I ain't doing it. If it's on my calendar, I'm doing it. Right. And on the things that I'm like not like that I don't want to do, I always think of like the phrase that comes to mind on me on this one is don't get so busy building the farm that you forget to milk the cows. Don't be so
Yeah.
busy setting stuff up and getting ready for this and preparing for that and posting this and video that, unless you're milking the cows first, right? What actually gets you the money is having conversations. And there's other stuff that's all fun and everything, and it is fun. And it helpful? To some level, sure. But you got to be milking the cows. You can't be building the barn all the time.
Mm.
So, so step two is introducing your, and Robin talked about a little bit about this yesterday, I believe. Introduce your stop doing list, my stop
Yeah.
doing list. And for that one, if it doesn't move you toward what you really want, it's got to come off. If somebody else could do it cheaper than your hourly rate, and when you're doing your prospecting, that's high dollar rate. If somebody can do it cheaper, let them do it. Or this was a big one for me. If nobody would even notice if I stopped doing it, stop doing it. Right? If they don't notice it, like, stop doing it. It goes on to stop doing it. So, so what would I'm going to stop doing this stuff. And, again, for me, I don't know, in the mortgage business, it might have been chasing conditions, or which I already mentioned, working in the evenings, not going to happen. Working on the weekends, not going to happen. Or maybe like stop begging minnows for business. They don't have it, so start pricing. So what's one thing you want to stop doing? Like, put that in there. It has to be crystal clear of what I want to do, and then knowing I got to get stuff off my plate if I really want to have success, or this one thing that most people think has to come with it. Come to find out, it doesn't have to come with it. Like, what would that like to be an Uber? Going back, saying, being an uberly successful person, I have to. You have to work the weekends. Well, I'm telling you right now, you don't. I can tell you that firsthand. And Chris Johnson, I know you don't either.
Yep.
And it's not that I don't ever do something on a Saturday. Of course, I sometimes do. Last night, I had one of our Alliance members gave me a 911 call, at 8 o'clock last night. He shot me a text, Carl, here's my problem, quick. And I'm meeting with 90 realtors this morning. I need some help. Of course, I want to take that call.
Yeah.
But it's way the exception, not the rule, right? So that's step two. What are you going to stop doing? Step three. Basically, which is what we're going to be doing today at noon, build a simple have it without the junk plan, right? Map out a plan. Like, how do I get this thing that I want without the thing that I don't want? And, and working the plan is like, if I'm getting ready, like, my thing, if we picked anybody on this call, and you do a screen share and you let me look at your calendar, I can with great accuracy predict your income.
Yeah.
Great accuracy. That always works. Let me see your calendar. I can tell you how much money you make. And so in putting your plan together of getting what I want, what I really don't want, is you have to run through 3 questions every day. And we'll wrap this up. Question number 1. Does this thing, this person, this activity, does this thing I'm getting ready to do right now, does it move me toward what I really, really want? If it doesn't, I either got to delegate it or delete it. That's it. There's no third choice. Does this thing moved me measurably that I could have Justin come in and watch over my shoulder and go, yep, there's the result of it. And yes, I got more of what I want because of that. Not, well, if I keep doing this someday, maybe it will. And if I change my logo, then I'll really start attracting people, right? Nothing against changing logo. We've done it before. Hell, we did it. I think we did it on the Loan Officer Breakfast Club here recently. But does this move me toward what I really, really want? Question number one. Question number two. Can somebody else do this 80% as well as me? Can somebody else do this 80% as well as me? So when we first started the Breakfast Club, I did it by myself. Well, then, I was talking with Frank one day and I went, holy crap. Frank's amazing. And Frank is amazing, right? He's got a long history of doing this type of thing. I said, Frank, you want to help me do this? In my mind, can Frank do his 80% as good? Well, come to find out, Frank can do it 387 times better, right? He just has an amazing personality. And so when I first thought of that, I thought, well, but it's got to be me. Come to find out, it doesn't. He does a much better job of it than I do. So can someone else do this 80% as well as me? If yes, get it off your plate. And number three, here's a third one. This is probably the biggest. Once I've got this activity that moves the needle and only I can do it, where does this activity live on my calendar? That's the step that most people miss. Where does this activity live on my calendar? If it's not scheduled, it's pretend.
Yep.
It's not real. Right? So for me, the first 60 to 90 minutes of my day, real prospecting, having conversations. I'd put that on my calendar, and that's going to happen come hell or high water. That's it. And then, honestly, I can screw up the rest of the day, and you're still good.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Like you do that like 60, 90, ideally 122 hours of prospecting every day. You do that, everything else can just you can kind of wing it, and it's going to work out really good for you. I'm just telling you. And so, so a final thing here in the chat, drop in the chat, what's that one daily activity that you're going to lock in and you're going to put on your calendar that clearly leads you to what you really, really want? Like, what is that thing? What's that one activity that really, really, really moves the needle and you're going to put it on your calendar? A lot of good stuff here. All right, so quick recap here. We're 2 minutes over. So number one, clarify what you really, really want. Money, time, lifestyle, whatever that thing is. Clarify what you really, really want. You don't have to share this with anybody. No judgment. Number two, cut what you're no longer willing to do. And then number three, calendar the few things that actually creates that life. If it's not on the calendar, it ain't going to happen. And that's it. So that's my 3-step, how to get what you really, really want without the stuff I really, really don't want. And I remember, Chris, you remember Lee Miltier?
Yeah.
Lee Miltier, pretty blonde lady?
Yep. Yeah.
I'll never forget, I had the privilege of meeting her one time. I think she's since retired, but I had the privilege of meeting her one time. Fascinating lady. And maybe this is a cliche, but she's the first one that ever told it to me. She said, Carl, you're writing your life is a book. The ink pen is in your hand.
Hi, thanks for enjoying Loan Officer Breakfast Club here on YouTube. I just wanted to drop in and remind you that if you're a newer loan officer and you're trying to get to that 2 or 3 deals a month, or if you're seasoned and you're trying to get from 50 to 60 or 60 to 80, Mortgage Marketing Animals has you covered. We've got the full gambit from start to finish, top to bottom. Everything you need is at mortgagemarketinganimals.com. There's a reason that mortgagemarketinganimals.com is the #1 mortgage coaching platform in the country. So check it out, mortgagemarketinganimals.com.
You're writing the co-stars. You're writing the plot. You're writing who's in it, who's not, where it's at, what you're doing. You're writing everything. And then she put her hand on my shoulder and she said, and looked me in the eyes. Oh, I get choked up thinking about this moment. She said, Carl, the pen's in your hand. Don't you ever, ever, ever give that pen to somebody else.
Ooh.
That was a pivotal moment.
Hmm.
That was a pivotal moment. So the pen's in your hand today, my friends. Write the story that you want.
Yeah.
Right? Write the story that you want. So anyway, that's my deep thought of the day.
Man,
Awesome,
Uh,
brother. Thank you.
I
Thank
don't know about you,
man.
Frank. I'm fired up, man.
I am too,
what-
man.
Noon is going to be
I love it.
amazing.
It's going to be good. Get there early,
But
guys.
it's got to be in your calendar. That's I cannot overemphasize that. Like it has to be on your calendar, and you have to commit to following your calendar. And my shameless plug, without the accountability part, man, I hate to leave it on a downer, but without the accountability part, just being honest here. We're all friends, right? It's probably not going to work out. Just like it probably didn't work out last year with those things that I said, I was going to do, and then I ended up not doing. Not all those things, right? We had some amazing successes, but the things that I really really want that didn't pan out, I had it planned. I had it, kind of sort of mapped out. But I wasn't checking in my case, to Meg every Friday. And without that part, boy, it's going to be tough. And the other thing I found is I can't have a buddy do it with me, because like Chris is my buddy, Frank's my buddy. We're not going to call each other out, right? I mean, if we're doing something that's wrong, and hurting people, or if I'm being disrespectful to the lovely Mrs. White, my brothers will call me out, right? But you know what I'm saying? Like if I'm not doing my 2 hours of prospecting, Frank's going to, well, you're busy, Carl. Who could blame you? I mean, he's my buddy, right? So it's got to be somebody. It doesn't have to be a jerk. I'm not saying that. But it's got to be somebody that maybe doesn't have a personal relationship with me,
Right.
and
It's their job.
it's their job.
To hold you accountable.
And in Meg's case, literally, I pay her, and I made it crystal clear with her. And I'm not being disrespectful of Meg. I love Meg, right? But I said, Meg, if you don't hold me accountable, which is what I'm paying you to do, I don't need you,
Mm,
right? And this relationship, our business relationship, ain't gonna work out.
mm,
So if I hire somebody to come in here and making sure I'm riding my bike every morning, and I'm not riding my bike, I'm gonna fire that. I'm gonna fire the coach. You got to hold me accountable.
mm.
And it can be done in a cool way. So anyway, that's my shameless plug. So
Awesome.
hey, if you want some help with the accountability part, Jen, Kristen, what's the best way to do that?
They can give us a call at the office and we will talk to them about what's going on, what's available, or Kristen?
Yep, or just schedule a call. Daily success plan, freedom planning call.
All right.
Either one of
Hey,
those.
thanks for everybody that showed up today, and thanks for all your amazing, transparent comments here. Frankly, it helps me. Put our helps make myself and Jen and Frank and Kristen and Chris and my brother Steve. Helps us put together the content when you tell us what you really, really want without what I really don't want, and there's no judgment here. So thanks for being here. Thanks for letting us be a part of your day, and we'll see you
Tomorrow.
Carl,
At noon
Carl?
Eastern, right?
Carl,
Yeah.
aren't you doing a class tomorrow afternoon about accountability?
So the members class tomorrow is we're talking about, so that's for members, Thursday at 2 Eastern. We're going to be talking about tracking our performance and tracking our results. In other words, if I want to run fast, the best way to do it is to have a stopwatch, right? And actually, the best way to do it is not for me to have a stopwatch, but for Kristen to have a stopwatch timing me. You'll play a better game. So that's what we're going to talk about tomorrow in the members class. It's like, what do we measure, and what's the activity that moves the needle, and how do you have a stopwatch in a cool way? So we're going to be talking about that. So good stuff.
Cool. Tomorrow on Breakfast Club, Kevin Gillespie is going to give us some pointers on overcoming call reluctance. That's always good. We always love to have Kevin Gillespie here helping with that. So if you're struggling with that in any way, be here tomorrow. Kevin Gillespie will be with us. So with that, we'll go ahead and get on out of here. What do you say? We good to go?
It's good. Hey Frank, anything you're doing this coming weekend? You do anything this weekend?
Carl, we finally, today is the first day with no rain, and it looks like we're going to have no rain for maybe about 10 days. So if the weather's right, you know what I'm doing.
Gonna go carve some corners.
I'm gonna go for a little ride.
Hey, you be
Yeah.
careful on that thing, my man. I
I
know,
am, brother.
I know you enjoy the thrill of the ride. I'm a chill guy. You're a thrill guy, so we need Frank.
I'm really a chill guy.
Are you?
Yeah.
I know
don't
you are in
really-
life, but I kind of
No,
picture.
on the
yeah.
bike I am too. Yeah, I smell the roses these days, brother.
Okay,
I'm not worried about that,
Okay.
and I'm looking to make sure nothing.
I look at the machines that you drive, and they are like impressive. Like those are the they're the go
Yeah.
fast bikes. I'm driving Miss Daisy kind of bike, and you've got these.
Well, I bought the Miss Daisy bike now. I've got
Okay.
I've got the Carver. You know what I mean? The adventure bike that does it all. But I also have the a wonderful cruiser. It's very very cool. Yeah, for me and the wife.
You know what I like? You know what I like about the bike more than anything else? It's almost a drug for me.
Mm-hmm.
That when and maybe we all do that. I walk around and I've got all these voices. I say voices in my head. I don't hear voices, but you know
You're
what I
just
mean.
thinking about a lot of stuff.
Yeah, just and it's a lot of random stuff. And when I get on the bike, it's amazing. It like all the voices stop but one,
Mm-hmm.
and I hear it's a very much more focused thought and interesting. And I'm not saying this to be funny. It happens two places. Number one's on my motorcycle, and number two, oddly enough, in the shower.
Mm-hmm.
And I've heard that's actually a thing.
Hmm.
And they actually make. We used to give them out. They actually make these little
Like a
Like a shower
a little-
notepad.
a shower notepad where the where it works in the shower. Cause literally, true story. I used to use Maria's lipstick. I'd grab a tube of lipstick and take it in the shower, and I'd write little quick notes on the glass, and so she's the one that found the shower notepads, and it's amazing that and I googled it, I said, am I weird or what? And they go, no, that's actually something about the process of the shower, and you hope people take. I'm not a bath person, I'm a shower person, but you hear people say, hey, I soak in the tub. And it does that same sort of, it quiets out all the noise. So isn't that weird?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, the bike does that exactly. Yeah, and you can look it up. There's actually, they've done, scientific studies on motorcycle riding and all the benefits it is for you mentally.
I think I think on the bike, it clears out all the voices because I'm uber concentrating because my life depends on it.
Not crashing. Right.
Not
Yeah.
crashing. So because I'm uber concentrated, I can't think of all the other thoughts. But I don't know why the shower thing though. It's weird thing.
Yeah. Well, so to answer your question, yeah, we'll see. We'll see if the weather's good enough. It is. That's all I like to, just go out and of course, hit. Make sure we get to the church meeting on Sunday, and that'll be it for this weekend, man.
So I see the shower is my thinking spot. Epiphany's coming to the shower, so I'm not the only person. So
Yeah.
So does that mean if we want to mastermind, do you shower with a buddy?
Get your Zoom cameras going while you're in the shower. Yeah.
Somehow I knew this was going to take a turn. I thought we can't have this much shower talk without.
Hey, I'm just trying to help Kristen. I'm not making a.
Now there's a new product, Carl. The shower Zoom call. Yeah,
the shower
Zoom
mastermind
camera. Yeah, there's a new product. Yeah.
I got about room for 8 in mine, so I'm just saying.
That way we can approach everything from every angle, Carl. You get multiple cameras. Yeah.
Cue the music. Cue the music.
Let's go. All right. We'll see you guys later. Have a great day. See you tomorrow. Kevin Gillespie. Be on the webinar today. Don't forget. CarlMasterclass.com. Get registered. We'll see y'all later. Adios.
Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you at noon.
Anything worth doing is worth doing badly. Just get started. Come on. We're not